All right, it is 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna get started. We are going to do an Apple Vacations training. We may have more people joining us as we start, but we're gonna go ahead and start. All right, here we go. So in your VAX website, this is all of our vendors. This is our VAX area. You go to Apple Vacations. And this is the vendor that I use for all inclusive. If you need all inclusive anywhere, Apple Vacations is your place to go. It's what they specialize in. It's all inclusive. If I'm gonna do like Caribbean or Mexico, I will sometimes go to FunJet because they are sometimes you get better deals in FunJet. But that's in here as well. So you can go right here to FunJet and compare prices if you want after you get done with Apple Vacations. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Apple Vacations. We're going to do hotel and flight. And then our start location. I'm from Chicago. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to do Chicago area. That way they check both O'Hare and Midway, which are the two areas that I have available to, or two airports I have available to me. And then I have some clients that are wanting to go to La Romana in the Dominican Republic. Okay, so there are two people that are going, both are adults, and they're wanting to go October 20th to the 25th. Okay. You just put that in there, and then I always add travel protection to every booking that I do, unless it's just flights. Obviously, we don't get paid for those, and Apple Vacations actually does not offer insurance on just flights. It's only if you're doing a package. So, but any other time, I include it in here, okay? And then you click search. It's taking a while to load. Here we go. Okay. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter the flights to what I want them to be, and then we'll get a more precise price on your hotels. Okay. So first I go to outbound flights. It'll start with the cheapest, but sometimes the cheapest isn't always the best. So I try to look for, something that's not like extremely long for your flight time. Like this one would be good. It's only a 3-hour layover. This one's even better nonstop, but look at the price, it's gone up quite a bit. Okay, so it really depends on whatever your client is looking for. If they don't mind having, a layover, then by all means, go with a cheaper flight. Just make sure their layover isn't like extremely long. Okay, that's what I've, kind of done for all my clients. Most of my clients don't mind the layover. But they don't want to spend, 2, 3, 4 hours somewhere. They would rather, an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half, and, they're fine. But they don't want to spend, 8 to 10 hours somewhere. Okay, so this one would be a bad decision for my clients. This is an 11-hour layover. So I need to find something with less time. So this one's a 10-hour. It's a 7-hour. It's 11-hour. Eight-hour, 9-hour. Okay, so here, 1 hour and 5 minutes. This would be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to click this. And and it'll choose your flights for you. If you don't want this specific time, all you have to do is click on return flight. And you can choose, you know, whichever flight you want. Okay, it just chooses basically a flight that goes along with, you know, what your outbound flight is what they'll choose for your return flight. Okay, so then you just scroll down and it'll give you, you know, your list of hotels. If you want to, you can price range them from low to high. You get the cheapest ones first. I tend to do this only because it does, you know, most people want to get the best deals for, you know, their package. So, you know, I usually start with the lowest and then work my way up. So if they were interested, I would go in here, save some of these pictures. Okay. And then down here, you can see the hotel details, the policies, you know, if there's any form of transportation. It shows the amenities that are available for the hotel, your rooms that you have available. So the room that's included with this package is a junior suite. There is a junior suite that is oceanfront, but it is $86 extra. And one child stays free, but they don't have any children. So, you know, they could do that, or they could switch to having the oceanfront. Okay. Dining, it's showing you, you know, the different dining options you have available close to you, different activities that's available to you, and then advisors. Okay. Or reviews from advisors, trip advisors. Okay. So if they wanted to stay with this, you could click select. Okay, now it's bringing you back to your return flight. So where, you know, what time did you want your return flight? Looks like this is the only one that's available. So we would click that. And this would be your total page, okay? So you would have your outbound flight, your return flights, your hotels, and then right here, it would be like all the incentives that come with your trip. Like if there was hotel credit or something, it would be here. Your child staying free, you know, right there. Honeymoon inclusions during your stay. You know, any you know, important information would be right here. If you chose to have a rental car, it would be listed right here. Okay. And then this hotel also includes shuttle transportation to and from the hotel to the airport. So that's listed here. Then I have my travel protection for both adults. And then your entry requirements and protocols. Okay. Then down here at the bottom, they have some excursion vouchers. Okay. And you can, you know, there's so many you can choose from. You can actually do this later on in your Viator site as well. Okay. And then all you have to do is check out. And then this would be your checkout page. So this will have your flights, the details of your flights, the details of your hotel, what your room type is, and what that includes. Like if it included, you know, a free bottle of champagne or something like that, it would be listed on here as well. And then your identification information that is needed. This is your well, this isn't yours, but this would be a private shuttle that you could rent or, you know, purchase. But it is $565. So it's, I mean, the shared transportation is included, so I would just go that way. And then, the travel protection, which is the future credit for travel. Say your clients need to cancel for some reason, maybe somebody got sick or the weather is bad, or something along those lines. They could cancel their trip and still get future credit. So that way they can plan another trip and not lose out on all that money that they spent. Okay. All right, and then down here you would just put in their information, name, date of birth, gender, email. And then if they have a passport, this information would be for their passport. Okay. And then, special requirements would go here. Hotel request, do you need, like, do you have somebody on oxygen? Do you have somebody that needs an accessible room? Anything of those sorts would go here. Add-ons, that could go here. And then seat assignments, this would be for your flight, because we did choose seats that had seat selection. And then here would be, this would be your payment breakdown. Okay, your total amount of payments that you've done is 0, but the balance due is $2705.32. Okay, this site normally gives you 24 hours to pay the deposit. Okay, but right now it's saying April 4th, so I don't know. But the deposit is only a small percentage of your, booking, so $859.98. And they want your full payment made by September 5th. But you can make payments whenever you want, as often as you want, or as much as you want. So say, you make the deposit today and in 2 weeks you get your taxes refund and you want to pay it off, you can log in and absolutely do that, not a problem. Okay. You can also break down the number of payments, like forms of payment. So if you choose to do 2, it will let you put in 2 different credit card information, or a debit card and a credit card, or whatever the case may be. See, it allows you to choose, different things if you needed to do that. Okay, so basically that's it for the booking. But we can go back and do some more research just so I can show you how to get around in Apple Vacations a little better. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Say we want to do multi-destination. I don't know if anybody's ever done multi-destination. I actually just did my first multi-destination. Well, yesterday actually, for one of my teammates. And so this is how we do that. Okay, so we're gonna have air and hotel. It's gonna be multi-stops. We're gonna have two adults and 1 child. Okay, the child is an infant, and he's departing from Chicago. Okay, and the first place he's going, we're gonna change the date here. I can't remember his exact dates for leaving, so I'm just gonna choose one. I'm gonna do the 14th. And he's going to Hawaii. Honolulu. Okay. For 2 nights. Okay. Then his second destination is going to be Maui. Okay. And that is for 3 nights? Yes, 3 nights. Okay, and then we're returning back to Chicago. All right, now we're gonna search. All right, once this loads, has anybody done multi-destination at all in any of your bookings? Oh, no travel protection available. Okay. All right, so this would be our first stop, which would be going to Honolulu. Okay. This would be our first flight. So this is a 2-hour layover, which is kind of a lot. So let's see if we can get a better one. It's an hour and 55. That's 3 hour, 3 hour, an hour. Let's do this one. And I mean, when you're doing your booking, obviously you want to keep in mind your client budget. Say your client had, you know, like a $3,000 budget, you would obviously have to go with the cheaper flights. But if your client had, you know, a $6,000 budget, you could go with a little more, either better flights or better hotels, depending on what they wanted. But I would give them, you know, a cheapest option available, and then like a middle grade option available, and then your highest option available. This way you're giving them, you know, some range. And if they were interested in like one specific area, they could tell you, hey, are there any other locations or flights that would be like this one, but not this particular one? And you know, you could definitely find that. But it gives you more of a pinpoint on where you want to be. Okay. So anyhow, and then this would be our second flight. And this flight is only like 45 minutes. So they're nonstop. They're really quick. Excuse me, I had to take a drink there. And this would be your return home flight. Okay. So this is leaving from Maui, coming back to Chicago. Okay. You see, this one's not bad. It's only 45-minute layover, so I'm just gonna choose this one right here. Okay, so now that we have our flights all done, now we can move on to our hotels. Okay, so first for our hotel in Honolulu, we'll be there for 2 days. You just click on the hotels on the left here, and it's gonna bring up a list of hotels like it did on our single location booking. Okay, and you can just go through here and, you know, find what works for your clients. Do they want to have do they want beachfront? Do you want accessible? Do you need children's amenities? Free breakfast, you know, whatever you want. All of the people that I've, you know, done work with, most want beach access. So that's usually what I look for. I normally just go straight to beach access now, unless they say, you know, they want to be downtown somewhere. I automatically do beach access. Okay. And then we're gonna do children's amenities because there is one very young child going with them. Okay. All right. And then what I would do in this situation is I would choose 3 different hotels and write down the price. I would probably do this one. This is the cheapest one. I would take this one and write it down. The Hilton Hawaiian Village, Waikiki Beach Resort. Okay. And then I would also take down probably these three. Yeah, the Royal Hawaiian Luxury Collection Resort, I would take down that one. And then the Sheraton Waikiki, I would take down that one. Okay. And then all you have to do is just click on select if that's the hotel you want to choose for them. And then again, I would take some pictures, save some pictures to my computer from the hotel. And you can do that just by clicking on the hotel name, and then it'll bring up this little thing, little thumbnail, and then you can just save some of these pictures. Okay. And then down here at the bottom, it has the amenities and rooms and dining and all that stuff that's accessible or that's available at this particular hotel. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move on to, let's say we wanted to add rental cars. So we're going to click on rental car, and we're going to see if it's going to pop anything up here. Okay, so here it'll break down, you know, the type of car is all on the left-hand side here, and then your brands of rental cars go sideways. I normally just do like, unless they specifically say they want a bigger vehicle, I just do a economy car usually, or a compact car, you know, whatever's better priced, obviously. So we're just gonna click on this here. Let that load. All right, then we're gonna go to our destination number 2 in Maui. I'm gonna click on that, let that load. All right, see now this brings all the hotels and areas in Maui where you would possibly want to stay. Okay. Like I said, I normally try to stay with beach access. So let me, yeah, I got that clicked. Let me do that. And I also try to do at least 3 and above, like stars or whatever for the rating. You don't want to send your clients to a crappy hotel. So, I would recommend staying with 3 and above to keep a good rapport with your clients. Okay. And then basically it's just picking out a hotel that you want. Okay. Like I said, I would choose 3 options, you know, the cheapest one in the middle, and then one a little higher than that. So I would probably do this one, the Castle Kamole Sands. I would do the beach hotel probably, and probably the villa, one of the villas. Okay, and then that just gives your client some variation on you know what they wanted to choose, or you know whatever's available. Okay, just gives them a broader idea. Okay, and then just save some pictures and send it to them, or show them if they're coming over to your residence, or you know wherever you're running your business out of, so you can show them what it's going to look like. A lot of people, you know, like to choose something based on what it looks like. If it looks like a nice place, if it, you know, something like that, then they're more liable to book, you know, right there with you right away. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna do a rental car. And then we select that one. And the rental car should be right there at the hotel too. So if you're doing, like, I'm doing this as a package, this way you know everything should be lined up with the correct timing. Your rental car should be lined up with your flights. Your flights will be lined up with your hotel check-ins, you know, things like that. You can choose to book these separately, but you just need to make sure that your times are in line with what, you know, you have going on. Your rental cars are in time with your flights, you know, things like that. Okay, so this is our itinerary summary. This is Chicago to Honolulu. These are your flights. Honolulu to Maui. This is your flight. Maui to Chicago. This is your flight. Okay. And then these are your hotels for, well, this is your hotel for Honolulu and what dates, your economy car, and then Maui hotel with your economy car. And then you can click check out. Okay. Now this is like your final page before your actual like checkout page. And like I said, it just breaks down your flights and all that again. Your flights, your layover times, takeoff times, all of that, your resorts or your hotels, the different rooms that are available and what's included. Like this one, you would get a $50 hotel credit you could use to either rent a movie, the wireless internet that's for a fee, or even like food and drink at the bar or restaurant if there's one hooked to the home. Okay. And then you can also come down here and do you know, oceanfront, bed and breakfast, you know, depends on, you know, whatever you wanted to do. Okay. I'm just gonna stick with the basic room for now, just for, you know, training purposes. Okay. So this is gonna come up all the info that you need to know about your hotel before you go. Okay. I actually, when I do a quote, I will type this up like in either an email or in the quote itself, and I would put it just below the hotel information, saying, you know, this is what's listed on the vendor website about this hotel. You know, if something is going to be closed for the time that you're going to be there, I would put that there. This way your client already knows. Like if they're going to this hotel and the pool is down for maintenance or the restaurant is closed for maintenance or, you know, what have you, they already know about it. So they're not going to be upset when they can't come in and go swimming or go to the bar when, you know, they already knew. Okay. And then this is your rental car for Honolulu. Okay. You can choose to change it if you want. You don't have to. Or you can switch and have, you know, shared transportation, $42 for 2 people. Then to Maui, we have, this is our hotel room. We have all these other options available. Again, I would put this in the quote with your hotel information. Okay, and then your rental car again, and then you can choose to have a shuttle rather than the rental car if you chose to do that. If you chose to do that, you would just come up here and remove rental car. Okay. And then choose select for the shared transportation transport. Okay. Really, really simple. Okay. Oh, skip me down kind of far. Okay. So we got rid of the rental car, but we're gonna add the shared transportation. So we're just gonna add select there. And it's gonna turn out to be cheaper with just the shuttle than it was with the rental cars. Okay. All right, so there's our first hotel. Let's remove this rental car too. So we're removing our rental cars, and I'm gonna add the shared transportation. A lot of people, when they go on vacation, they don't want to have to drive. Some people do, but majority of people, they want to be chauffeured around. So the shuttle is a better option for them. Let me see. There we go. Trying to find the shuttle. And then we select the shuttle. Excuse me. Oh, did I add it? And again, you can adjust the times if you need to. These are mainly, they're lined in with your flight, so they'll be there when you need them to be. Okay. All right. So then we can scroll to the bottom, and here we have our travel protection. You can choose to not have it. You can get a cash refund that is a larger amount. Or you can just do the future credit. That's normally what I do. And most people are okay with that. Okay. Once I tell them, that they can cancel and still, not necessarily get their money back, but use their money towards another vacation, they're okay with that. So, anything could happen. So it is good to have that just in case. Because you never know. Okay. And then down here is where we would put in our contact information. So you have client 1, client 2, and then the baby's information. You could choose the seats on the plane. And this is a breakdown of your payments. Okay. So the total balance is $41,28.94. Your deposit would be due to hold the booking of $909.98. And then you would want your package to be paid for by July 31st. Okay. But you can make your payments anytime you wanted, as much as you wanted, either as much or as little as you wanted, after you make the deposit. Okay. So I actually have some clients that are going to Cancun in October, and they booked back in January. So they've been paying on it for 3 months already. They're almost done paying on it actually. So it's nice to be able to do this. You don't have to do the pay monthly thing. It will let you log in it'll let your travel agent log in with your reservation number and be able to make a payment for you. Okay. And then you just do the, check and complete booking. Okay. Any questions? No?
What?
Okay. Let me go back up here. Let's see what else I can show you on Apple Vacations. Okay. Say you just wanted to do flights, you can do just flights with Apple Vacations as well. This package type right here, you just have to click on that, click the down arrow. It gives you all the different, things that you could research on here. So you can hotel and flight, hotel only, package, flight, Mexican Caribbean, transfers, hotel only, flight, car, flight, activities. Okay, there's so many different things you can search. Okay, so we're gonna do flight only. And let's just say we're gonna go to We'll do Acapulco because that's right there. We got 2 people, and they're gonna go in December for a long weekend. Or let's go for a weekend. Okay, this you don't need to add travel protection to because Apple Vacations does not provide travel protection for flights only. It's only when you make a package deal that Apple Vacations will provide you with travel protection. Okay. Okay. And then up comes our flight options. So we have 3 options to choose from. All are with United Airlines. This one has a 3-hour layover. This one has a 1-hour layover. And this one has a 12-hour layover. So we're gonna go with the one in the middle because nobody likes to wait around. We're gonna get there as quickly as possible. Okay. Now we're at 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna do this one. It's only 10 minutes difference, but it's $200 different. Okay. So these would be your flights. And you do get seat selection. So after you would check out with this, you would go to United Airlines once your transaction has gone through, and then you can choose your flight seats. Okay. And then you would just go check out. And then it's gonna bring up our price breakdown page. Yes. Okay, so this is our flight page. It breaks down, you know, your dates, leaving, time leaving, which airports you're going to. You are going to Houston for a layover and then taking off from Houston to Acapulco. Okay. And then we do not need travel protection, no rental car, and then we just put in our client's information, their passport info, can choose your seat assignments here, it looks like. And then you can pay for it here. Okay, you can see the price breakdown. The thing with flights is they have to be paid for in full, whether you're doing it on here or on Vax, on the regular Archer site, or anything of those sorts. If you're booking flights by themselves, they have to be paid in full. Also, if you're doing Disney tickets, they have to be paid for in full. If you're booking only tickets by, you know, by themselves and not, you know, doing like a package deal with a hotel reservation and all things like that, then they have to be paid for in full. Okay. So a lot of times it is better just to do the package. I mean, it may be a little bit more money, it may be a little bit cheaper. But as long as you just do your research, find the best, you know, package for your clients, and go with that. That's usually what I do. You know, if it was something that I would do for myself, then I would think that my clients would want to do it too. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? Do I have any questions yet? No questions? Okay. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, well, I could show you okay, so if we go into existing reservations, like say I already made a booking and I need to log in and change something, show you how we can look that up real quick. Okay. Okay, so what you do is you would come over here to your reservation number. Me personally, I print out every reservation that I make, and I put it in a binder. This way I have it. I don't have to go searching for anything. I know where everything is at. I know where all my reservations are, and it's all in one central location. Okay, so in the event that your client calls you and they need you to change something for them, you can do that. Okay, so I just had some clients that recently we booked a flight, but then they decided they wanted to change the dates of that flight. So we're actually right in the process of trying to fix this right now. So these are my clients' information. Okay, so we're gonna scroll down here, and they were leaving on the 3rd. Well, they wanted to leave on the 2nd instead. So we had to log in and cancel the reservation so that way we can make a new one. Okay. And then we have requested a refund of their money as well. Okay. If we wanted to come in and make a payment, I have to do that with a different reservation because that one's paid for already. Give me 1 second here. I gotta find it. Find the number here. Okay. 36. Okay. Once that loads, okay. So here we have the breakdown of my client's information, their passport info. Okay, and then here is where you can add payment. Okay, I'm gonna just bring up the payment info, you fill all this out and add payment. And then will all show up in the history. Okay. Oh yeah. It all shows up here. Okay. Comments, modifications, they've not added or dropped anything to their booking. And if you needed to cancel a booking, all you had to do was log in and come in here to the cancel tab and complete cancel. That would cancel the entire reservation. Not only just the hotel, but the flights as well. It would cancel everything. So we would have to redo a booking for them if they still wanted to go on the vacation. Okay. I think that's all I have for Apple Vacations. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to speaking with everybody again. In the future, I do have another training on Thursday, same time. If anybody is interested, that one I will be going over. The next one I'm going to be doing is working with Canva and how you can use Canva to make your advertisements and things. If you were interested in joining that, thank you very much and have a good rest of your day. Yes, same time. Thank you. Bye-bye.